So, let's talk about New Year wishes. It's fascinating how these simple messages hold so much power, don't you think?
Absolutely. It's like, they're just words, but they can really connect people. How do they manage to do that?
Well, it's all about the intent behind them. New Year wishes are more than just a tradition. They're a way to express hope and positivity. Imagine them as little bridges connecting us with loved ones, clients, and colleagues. They set a tone for the year ahead, kind of like a motivational pep talk.
Oh, I love that analogy. It's like a pep talk that everyone gets to hear. But why do you think they resonate so universally?
Great question. I think it's because they tap into a universal desire for renewal and growth. New Year's is a time when everyone is reflecting on the past and looking forward to the future. These wishes encapsulate that collective optimism. It's like a global reset button.
A global reset button. That's a neat way to put it. So, do you have any memorable anecdotes about New Year wishes that really stood out to you?
Oh, definitely. I remember one year, a friend sent a wish that was so personalized, it felt like they had written it just for me. It mentioned specific moments we shared and hopes for the future. It was like receiving a little piece of their heart. It made me realize how impactful these messages can be when they're tailored to the individual.
Wow, that's beautiful. It makes me wonder, how can we make our New Year wishes more meaningful?
Personalization is key. Mentioning shared experiences or specific hopes for the recipient can make a world of difference. It's like adding a personal touch to a gift. And remember, it's not just about the words, but the sincerity behind them.
I see. So it's like crafting a message that's both heartfelt and unique to the person. I guess it's about making them feel seen and appreciated.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of it. Whether it's a simple Happy New Year or a detailed message, the goal is to spread joy and positivity. It's a small gesture that can have a big impact.
I'm definitely inspired to put more thought into my New Year wishes this year. It's amazing how something so simple can be so profound.
All right, now that we've explored the significance of New Year wishes, let's dive into crafting the perfect message. There are so many styles to choose from, right?
Yeah, it's like a whole spectrum.
Organizations around the world have been celebrating the start of each new year for at least 4 millennia.
Style to use?
It really depends
Today,
on the recipient.
most New Year's festivities
instance,
begin on
if you're
December
writing to a
31st,
client,
the last
a
day of the
formal and
Gregorian
professional
calendar,
tone is
and
usually
continue
best.
into the early hours
You
of
might say
January
something
1st.
like, "Thank you for your
January
continued
1st
support.
becomes New Year's
Wishing
Day.
you a prosperous new year."
The early
It's
Roman
respectful
calendar
and
consisted of
acknowledges
10
the
months and
business
304
That makes
days,
sense.
with each new year
And what
beginning
about
at the
for
vernal
friends? I
equinox.
imagine you can be a bit more relaxed
According to
and
tradition,
personal.
it was created
Exactly.
by
For
Romulus,
friends,
the founder
you
of
can
Rome,
infuse
in the
humor
8th
or
century
inspiration.
BC. A later
Something
king,
like,
Numa
"Here's to another
Pompilius,
year
is
of
credited
adventures
with
and
adding the
laughter.
months of
May
Januarius
your
and
new year be as
Februarius.
awesome as you are. It's
Over the
lighthearted
centuries,
and
the
reflects
calendar fell out
personal
of sync
bond.
with the
I
sun,
love that.
and in 46
It's like you're
BC the
celebrating
Emperor
the friendship
Julius Caesar
itself.
decided to solve the
And for
problem
family,
by
I guess
consulting
it's
with the
all
most
about
prominent
warmth and
astronomers
love?
and
Yes,
mathematicians
indeed.
of his time.
Family messages are often heartfelt.
He introduced the
You might
Julian
write,
calendar,
"Wishing
which
you a new
closely
year
resembles
filled
the
with
more
love,
modern
joy,
Gregorian
and
calendar
cherished
that
moments.
most countries
Thank
around
you
the
for
world
being my
use
rock."
today.
It's about expressing
As
gratitude
part of his
and
reform,
love.
Caesar instituted January
So it's
1st as
really
the
about
first day of the
tailoring the
year,
message
partly
to
to
fit
honor
the
the month's
relationship.
namesake,
But what
Janus,
if you
the
wanna add
Roman
a
god
bit
of
of humor?
beginnings, whose two
How do
faces
you do
allowed
that
him to
without it
look back
coming
into the
off as
past and
insincere?
forward into the
Great
future.
question. Humor can be a
Romans
wonderful
celebrated
addition,
by offering
especially if
sacrifices
it's
to
genuine
Janus,
and fits the
exchanging
recipient's
gifts with one
personality.
another, decorating
For
their
example,
homes with laurel
you could say,
branches, and
"May your
attending
new
raucous
year be filled
parties.
with less stress and more Netflix
In medieval
marathons."
Europe, Christian
It's
leaders
playful
temporarily
and relatable.
replaced January
Haha, I
1st
love
as the
that.
first of the year
It's
with
like
days
adding a
carrying more
personal
religious
touch that makes the
significance,
message
such as
memorable.
December 25th,
Do you
the
have any tips
anniversary
for
of
making
Jesus'
sure the
birth,
message
and March
doesn't feel
25th,
generic?
the Feast of the
Personalization is
Annunciation.
key.
Pope Gregory
Use the
XIII
recipient's
re-established
name,
January 1st as
mention
New Year's
specific
Day in
memories or shared
1582.
experiences, and tailor the
New
message
Year's
to their
traditions and
personality.
celebrations.
It shows you've put thought into
Revelers
it,
often
which makes
enjoy
it more
meals and
meaningful.
snacks thought
I
to
see.
bestow good luck for
So
the coming
it's
year.
about making the recipient feel
Common
special
traditions
and
include
valued.
attending
I'm
parties,
definitely
eating
gonna
special
try that
New
with my
Year's
messages
foods,
this
making
year.
resolutions
Absolutely.
for the new year,
Remember,
and watching
whether it's a
fireworks
formal note
displays.
or a humorous quip, the
Thank
goal
you.
is to connect and spread positivity. That's the true art of crafting the perfect New Year message. Now that we've covered the different styles, let's talk about the power of personalization in New Year messages. It's really where the magic happens, don't you think?
Oh, definitely. There's something about a message that feels like it was crafted
History of New
just
Year's
for
Day,
you.
January
How
1st.
does personalization really make a difference?
Civilizations around the
Personalized
world have been
messages stand
celebrating the
out
start
because
of
they
each
show the
new year for at
recipient
least
that
4
you've
millennia.
invested time and thought into your words.
Today, most New Year's
It's like
festivities
giving a
begin
gift
on December
that's wrapped in
31st,
layers
the
of
last day of
care
the
and
Gregorian
attention.
calendar, and
When
continue
you
into the
include
early hours
specific
of January
details,
1st.
it resonates on a deeper level.
January
So it's
1st
like
becomes
saying, I
New
see
Year's
you,
Day.
I know you, and I appreciate you.
The early
That
Roman
must really
calendar
strengthen
consisted of 10 months and
relationships, right?
304
Exactly.
days, with each new
Personalized
year beginning
messages
at the
can
vernal
reinforce
equinox.
bonds and make the
According to
recipient feel
tradition,
valued.
it was created by
For
Romulus,
instance,
the founder
mentioning
of
a
Rome,
past
in the 8th
achievement or a
century
shared
BC.
memory can
A
evoke a
later
sense
king,
of connection
Numa
and
Pompilius,
nostalgia.
is credited
It's
with
a way
adding
of
the months
saying,
of
I
Januarius
remember
and
celebrate your
Februarius.
journey.
That's
Over the
beautiful.
centuries, the
But how
calendar
do you
fell
make
out
sure
of
you're
sync with the sun, and in
personalizing
46
effectively? Are there
BC
any
the Emperor
tips or
Julius Caesar
tricks?
decided to solve the
Absolutely.
problem by consulting
Start by
with the
using
most
the
prominent
recipient's
astronomers
name.
and
It's
mathematicians
simple
of his
but
time.
powerful. Then, think
He
about what
introduced
makes
the
your
Julian
relationship
calendar,
unique.
which closely
Did they
resembles
achieve
the more
something
modern
significant
Gregorian
this year?
calendar that most countries
Mention it.
around the world use
Express
today.
genuine appreciation
As
for their
part of
role
his
in your
reform,
life.
Caesar instituted
It's about
January
making the
1st as the
message
first
feel
day of the
like it
year,
couldn't have
partly
been
to honor the
written for
month's
anyone
namesake,
else.
Janus, the Roman god of
So it's
beginnings,
about
whose
weaving
two
in those
faces allowed
personal
him to look
touches
back
that
into the
only you
past
could
and
know.
forward into the
It must leave a
future.
lasting impression.
It does.
Romans celebrated by
A
offering
well-crafted,
sacrifices to
personalized
Janus,
message can
exchanging
linger in
gifts
someone's
with one
mind
another,
long after
decorating
they've read
their
it.
homes with
It's
laurel
like
branches
planting a
and
seed of
attending
warmth
raucous
and goodwill
parties.
that grows over time.
In medieval
love that
Europe,
imagery.
Christian leaders
It's like you're
temporarily
nurturing
replaced
the
January
relationship
1st
with
as the
your
first
words.
of the year with
I'm
days carrying
inspired to
more
really
religious
put thought
significance,
into my
such as
messages
December
this year.
25th,
That's the
the
spirit.
anniversary of Jesus'
Remember,
birth, and
the
March
goal is to
25th,
celebrate
the
the
Feast of
person
the
and the
Annunciation.
relationship
Pope
you
Gregory
share.
XIII
When you do that,
re-established
your
January
message
1st
becomes
as
a
New Year's Day
cherished
in
keepsake.
1582. New Year's traditions and celebrations. Revelers often enjoy meals and snacks thought to bestow good luck for the coming year. Common traditions include attending parties, eating special New Year's foods, making resolutions for the new year, and watching fireworks displays. Thank you.